Exodus chapter 39. Making the holy garments. Moreover, from the blue and purple and scarlet material, they made finely woven garments for ministering in the holy place, as well as the holy garments for which were for Aaron, just as Yahweh had commanded Moses. He made the ephod of gold and of blue and of purple and scarlet material, and fine twisted linen. Then they hammered out gold sheets and cut them into threads to be woven in with the blue and the purple and the scarlet material and the fine linen, the work of a skillful designer. They made joining shoulder pieces for the ephod. It was joined at its two upper ends. The skillfully woven band which was on it was like its workmanship, of the same material, of gold and of blue and purple and scarlet material, and fine twisted linen, just as Yahweh had commanded Moses. They made the onyx stones set all around in filigree settings of gold. They were engraved like the engravings of a signet, according to the names of the sons of Israel. And he placed them on the shoulder pieces of the ephod as stones of remembrance for the sons of Israel, just as Yahweh had commanded Moses. He made the breastpiece, the work of a skillful designer, like the workmanship of the ephod, of gold and of blue and purple and scarlet material, and fine twisted linen. It was square. They made the breastpiece, having been folded double, a span long and a span wide when folded double. And they mounted 4 rows of stones on it. The first row was a row of ruby, topaz, and emerald, and the second row a turquoise, a sapphire, and a diamond, and the third row a jacinth, and agate, and an amethyst, and the fourth row a beryl, an onyx, and a jasper. They were set in their filigree settings with gold filigree. The stones were corresponding to the names of the sons of Israel. They were 12, corresponding to their names, engraved with the engravings of a signet, each with its name for the 12 tribes. They made the breastpiece chains of a twisted work of cords in pure gold. They made 2 gold filigree settings and 2 gold rings, and put the 2 rings on the 2 ends of the breastpiece. Then they put the 2 gold cords in the 2 rings at the ends of the breastpiece. They made the 2 other ends of the 2 cords on the 2 filigree settings, and put them on the shoulder pieces of the ephod at the front of it. They made 2 gold rings and placed them on the 2 ends of the breastpiece, on its inner edge, which was next to the ephod. Furthermore, they made 2 gold rings and placed them on the bottom of the 2 shoulder pieces of the ephod, on the front of it, close to the place where it joined, above the skillfully woven band of the ephod. They bound the breastpiece by its rings to the rings of the ephod with a blue cord, so that it would be on the skillfully woven band of the ephod, and that the breastpiece would not come loose from the ephod, just as Yahweh had commanded Moses. Then he made the robe of the ephod of woven work entirely of blue. And the opening of the robe was at the top in the center, as the opening of a coat of mail, with a binding all around its opening, so that it would not be torn. They made pomegranates of blue and purple and scarlet material, and twisted linen on the hem of the robe. They also made bells of pure gold, and put the bells between the pomegranates all around on the hem of the robe, alternating a bell and a pomegranate all around on the hem of the robe for the ministry, just as Yahweh had commanded Moses. They made the tunics of finely woven linen for Aaron and his sons, and the turban of fine linen, and the headdresses of the caps of fine linen, and the linen undergarments of fine twisted linen, and the sash of fine twisted linen, and blue and purple and scarlet material, the work of the weaver, just as Yahweh had commanded Moses. They made the plate of the holy crown of pure gold, and wrote upon it with engraved writing as found on a signet, "Holy to Yahweh." They fastened a blue cord to it, to fasten it on the turban above. just as Yahweh had commanded Moses. Thus all the services of constructing the tabernacle of the tent of meeting was completed. And the sons of Israel did according to all that Yahweh had commanded Moses, so they did. They brought the tabernacle of Moses to Moses, the tent and all its furnishings, its clasps, its boards, its bars, and its pillars and its bases, and the covering of ram's skins dyed red, and the covering of porpoise skins, and the screening veil, the ark of the testimony and its poles and the mercy seat, the table, all its utensils, and the bread of the presence, the pure gold lampstand with its arrangement of lamps and all its utensils, and the oil for the light, and the gold altar, and the anointing oil, and the fragrant incense, and the veil of the doorway of the tent, the bronze altar and its bronze grating, its poles and all its utensils, the laver and its stand, the hangings for the court, its pillars and its bases, and the screen for the gate of the court, its cords and its pegs, and all the equipment for the service of the tabernacle for the tent of meeting. The woven garments for ministering in the holy place, and the holy garments for Aaron the priest, and the garments of his sons to minister as priests. Thus, according to all that Yahweh had commanded Moses, so the sons of Israel did in all their service. And Moses saw all the work, and behold, they had done it. Just as Yahweh had commanded, so they had done. Then Moses blessed them.